Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hear me? Anyone can confirm? Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, great. All right. So we have 3, 4 members right now. Jay, Subha, Tanusha. Hi, everyone. Okay, good evening, Tanusha. Good evening. Hello, Dev. Hello, Divanshu. Sagar, good evening, Vishwajit. So we will start. Okay, so today, uh, before taking questions, if you have any questions, then you can write it. I will answer. We will start at 8, and I think it is 8 right now. And till depends on question, max we will go to 8:30. Uh, so before I think I will start with a tip. Okay, so tip for software professionals, whether especially those who are have up to 7 to 8 years of experience. For them, before taking question, the tip is whether you are in college, currently working, or it's this thing applicable to everyone, and you maybe already know this. Okay, the thing is, focus more on fundamentals. Okay, in programming, in software development, especially oops principles and solid principles. Okay, so for example, a good project is not that where we implement 30, 40 design patterns, or in a project we cannot implement multiple advanced concepts of .NET, Java, whatever. But in a good project, definition is it should have properly implemented the oops principles. So you must know. Just not knowing is not enough. You should also know how to implement properly the oops principles in uh, your projects. Okay, especially junior developers, because in interviews also, if you if you have given interviews, then in the starting they will ask you 3, 4 basic oops questions, definitely. Okay, a good interviewer will ask, and if you will not answer any one of them properly, then it will be very difficult for the upcoming questions. Okay, maybe you cannot answer some advanced questions, 1 or 2 advanced questions you don't know, that's fine. But if you miss any of the basics, fundamental oops questions, then then the rest of the interview will be just a formality. Okay, so great. So that was my tip. I always emphasize on oops principles, because nowadays people are more or advanced concepts. We want to learn this, but then when I ask what are generics, then they can't answer properly. So focus more on basics. Okay, great. So now I will start taking questions today. uh, I will answer in English, and I will try my best, although I'm not a native speaker, but let's try. Okay, I'm watching. So, okay, we have Sagar, Javed, Jay, watching your videos, job change. There is layoff going to MNCs. Guys, nah, layoffs. Enough. Why you are looking at this negative side? Okay, just stop looking at this negative side. Just stop talking about it. Maybe even if it is true, what you can do? Nothing, right? You can just focus on your salary. Okay, on improving your salary, improving your promotion, appraisal. Just focus on positive. You always from past 3 years I'm listening this: market is bad, market is bad, market is bad. But those who want to upgrade, who want to grow in their career, they are changing, they are switching, they are getting better opportunities, they are getting better salary. So now it's just up on it's just based on your perspective, your how you look at things. You should look at the positive sides. There are jobs, and it's not a recession, right? It's not a recession. Market is very much like balanced. It's not like firing. No, it's like from past 3 years, it's like not very good, not very bad. It's just like average or maybe below average, but you can't do anything if it is even below average, right? So look at the positive sides, and there are job openings. Okay, I'm regularly posting on my YouTube, LinkedIn, that people are changing jobs. They are changing, right? So if you follow, then you know. If you just you have to look at the positive sides. Stop like layoff. That will never be enough by looking this layoff news. Every company every year fire 5 to 6% of their employees, and if you want to follow that news, just keep going. Okay, so great. And then you guide me for the final round for but it is face to face. Okay, so when you say it is the final round, is it the HR round? Mostly it should be the HR round. So normally it is coding, then technical, then MR, and then HR. Okay, so if it is the MR round, manager round, then you should go through your resume once more and check out your projects, and you should have a very good knowledge of your project. Okay, whatever architecture you have implemented in your project. And so that thing, focus on that thing. Be positive. Whatever the manager is saying, some challenge he will ask you that, okay, in this situation what you will do, what is the most challenging situation you have seen in your career. So that kind of questions he will ask, whether you will work extend for critical projects. So that kind of thing. So be positive, okay, for that kind of questions. Ready? Okay, you can do this. You can change. You can sometimes you can extend. Sometimes you can come on weekdays. Just be positive. Just be supportive. Whatever he is asking, don't go in the negative direction. That don't use negative words. That I can't. I have some family problems. I have family problem. Whatever problem you have, that is your personal thing. Manager on that at the time of hiring, manager or HR, they will never hire a person if you have some problems, and because of that you are restricted, you are not able to do the things. They will not hire. Even they will fire their existing employees for such kind of problems. So you are not even their employee right now, you are just giving the interview. So be positive at that time, then later you can. So, okay, so this is like if it is your final round, and yes, negotiate your salary properly. Okay, because as I said, in the final round, if they will talk about give the range, the salary. Okay, so if your expectation is like 15, and that is 15 your expectation, so don't say 15, say like for, and you doubt it that whether the HR will give it or not, then say it like, okay, I want 14 to 17. 14 I can adjust, but 17 is my best expectations. And then the HR maybe give you 17 also. And if their budget is not 17, it is 14, then they will give you 14. But then you can try more opportunities, but somehow make sure you get your first offer, whatever salary you get. Then next time, maybe after getting the first offer, then you can try more, and then you can get the better offer. But you must get your first offer at whatever salary, better than your earlier salary. But yes, whatever. Don't set too high expectation from the first offer letter. Okay. All right. So, how to prepare for 3 to 4 years experience MERN developer now to crack the job? Please suggest, sir. So, MERN developer. uh, I will suggest, see, MERN is a very it's a full stack thing. Okay, everything is there, React is there, Node is there. So you must have a primary skill out of it. Okay, you cannot say that I am a full stack MERN developer in 3 years. Maybe a 8 to 10 years experience can say that I am perfect in all the things, but a 3 to 4 year experience person must have a very good, whether it's React, whether it's Node. So uh, there should be a primary skill which you should focus on properly. Okay, and then there will be a secondary skill. Maybe it is secondary is Node, maybe it is, it's up to you. So because interviews are like those only, interviews primary will be on one technology. Okay, then they will check for, like, out of 15 questions, they will 12 questions from one proper technology, 10 to 12 questions, and which, for which the requirement is for, whether it is React or React, for example, React it is. And for the Node, they will ask 3 4 basic questions, so that sometimes you can, switch to Node also. So that's what my suggestion is. Try to master one technology until you crack its interview. Once you crack its interview properly, one technology, then you can, full stack go, try exploring. Okay. Okay, I have experience on Angular and React over 4 years in present company. That's good, Murli. But where is the question? Hello. Okay, what's the question? Okay, so I'm not getting your question. It's I have experience. Ganesh, how relevant is to learn data structure in this AI era? So data structure, I will say it's the beginning. Especially if you have 3 to 4 years of experience, then data structure is must. It's not like AI will write code, but you will only review it. Some human will review it. They will you know they will manipulate the code as per their requirements, as per their functional business requirements. So AI will help you, but finally the developer is going to paste that code, or understand that code. So if you will not understand that code, then uh, so data structure is relevant for, especially for up to 2 years. uh, if there are coding rounds, especially if you are getting directly called for the technical rounds, for the verbal rounds, then maybe they will ask you directly .NET Java, and that is also possible, especially for senior candidates who have more than 3 4 years of experience. For them, data structure is, I think, optional. If they will get 10 interview calls, 4 will ask data structure, 6 will directly ask their primary skill questions, so they can directly answer it. Okay. Tomorrow I have final HR round. So HR round, as I say, expected salary, share a variation, and ask them at the end that by when I can expect the offer. And this is very important for me, and I have prepared very hard. So try to make things, so don't give any answers in a negative way in the HR round. Whatever they are asking, expect the salary, accept the salary. Whatever they are asking, say yes for that. And for salary, whatever your expected salary, that also you can give a range, and then all the best, you will get definitely selected there. HR round is not a very difficult round. Okay. In interviews, do company ask to make crude app or array string in C sharp? Javed, in interviews, do company ask to make crude app? No, they will not ask you to create the crude app. See, what they will ask you is the concepts, okay, or some coding questions. They will ask some algorithms. They will, even if you they will not ask you to create the whole crude app. They have only half an hour of time. Okay, and a crude app will definitely, will C sharp will take time. But they will ask you, like, okay, if you want to do crude operations in .NET, So what is your approach? So then you will say whatever crude, like if you are doing it through database, you will use the SQL procedures, or you will use the entity framework, or you will use uh, whatever in Java it's Hibernate, through how you will connect to the database, how you will create the rows in database, how you will update, delete. So whatever approach you know the best, try to explain this, and that's it. They will not ask you to type, you to create the crude app. That's the way. Okay. Okay, so EB Kitchen, I have 10 years of experience working with Accenture. I resigned due to personal reason, which resulted in a 5-year career gap. I'm now planning to rejoin and continue my professional job. So 5-year career gap. Okay, great. So I think you can join because you have a good solid 10 years of experience. And I will I already answered this many times, but for you, I will say, okay, don't set your expectation too high in terms of salary. Just start preparing and consider one skills based on your 10 years of experience, one skill which you have, and then try to learn it again. It will take 1 month, 2 months might be. And because of career gap, if there are, for example, 10 jobs outside, maybe you will get only 5 calls, but try to convert those 5 calls. Okay, for that you have time. You might be not working right now, so you can prepare very hard and you can convert those 5 calls definitely. I have seen my colleagues who joined after 6 7 years of gap because of medical reasons, and you can show your reason also. Medical reason, family reason might not be that strong, and then they started working, they continue working, and don't expect too much salary when like the same salary after 5 years, what you have left when you were had 10 years, the same, or maybe some a bit increment you can expect. Okay. Sir, how to apply and give interviews in company? I completed learn from your videos. Okay. So apply. What I used to do is basically have a resume definitely. Okay. And then a LinkedIn account. Okay. Now apply your resume to Naukri, Monster, and Indeed, these top 3 4 job portals, and then refresh your resume every 5 or 6 days, because I have seen HRs who only extract the resumes which are updated in last 3 days. So update doesn't mean that you have to change the resume. No, you have to just you know uh, go to your profile in Naukri, and just you have to refresh. You just logged in, then that's it. That is like you have updated. So your updated date will be like, if last time it is 5 October, and you logged in on Monster or Naukri today, and then your last updated dated will be 13 October. And this is very critical. Last 3 5 days only HR prefer. Okay. They don't, if you have uploaded 1 month ago and waiting for the job, then you are not going to get the calls properly. Okay. And another thing is LinkedIn. There are jobs. Be active, leave Facebook and Instagram for some time, and be on the LinkedIn. There people post jobs, and if but be prepared. Okay. It's not like whole day you are just applying in the LinkedIn, because there are so many fake jobs also LinkedIn. So give 90% to your preparation and 10% to applying jobs, and then you will get the call. Okay. And you must have the right skills in your resume, the right skills. React, JavaScript, Node. Don't leave any skills. Up to 15 skills. Must write 15 skills. And even if you know very slight about some skill, still write it. Let's see if you will get the call. Then otherwise you are not going to get the call, right? If you will get the call, you will come to know that okay, this skill is in demand. let's learn it. Let's This skill is in demand. Okay, if you will not write the skill, then you are not going to get the call, and you will never know which skill is in demand. So that's how I used to get Angular calls. I don't know Angular. I write Angular on in my resume. I got Angular call. I studied the basics, and then I start giving interviews. Only after giving interviews you will start learning actually. Okay, day before the interview, that's how we learn. That's how I learn. Okay, so all right, great. How to apply sir, can you please tell us how to manage the 90-day notice period? Because only big MNC, yes, this 90-day notice period is a killer of your interview calls. Okay, because when I was applying for jobs and I had 90 days of notice period, I was not like in a month I was getting 2-3 calls. Okay, and then after 2-3 years I left. After 2-3 years I left my job for some time, and then I was like, I can join in 15 days. Then I in 1 month I was getting 8 to 10 calls. Okay, it matters, I think, the most after the skill, the notice period. So 90 days, I will say, what can do, you just put your notice period. If you are serious, just put 30 days. Okay, 30 days. See, again, if you will put your whether your real notice period 90 days doesn't matter, just put your 30 days, and the companies will call you. Okay, the company will call you. You should say that 30 days is possible, give interview. Okay, after interview, what happens, tell them, the company, if you are selected, and if you are selected, then tell them that, okay, I discussed the same thing with my manager and HR, but now they have changed their mind. Now they are not accepting my 30-day notice, and I have to serve the 90 days notice. Okay, so maybe your manager will be convinced, or most of the time the other company who have done you who took your interview, and they have put so many much effort on your interview, so now they will also, from 30 days they will go to 60 days. Okay, we will agree on 60 days or maybe 90 days. Okay, so if you have 90 days, I will suggest you first put 60 days. 60 days, try 60 days. Most of the company will agree on 60 days. And if they not agree, and you have nothing to lose. See, if you will not put 60 days or 30 days, if you will not reduce your notice period, anyways you will not going to get those company calls, interview calls, right? Gone opportunity. Some companies calling the 30 days, you are not going to get the call, gone opportunity. If you will put 60 days, you will get the call, have some discussion, you will have the experience of interview, might be rejected, then you will get the experience from that interview. That experience will count when you will get the 90-day company call. Okay, that experience. Or maybe if you maybe they maybe your manager will be convinced, or the company uh, who is 60-day notice, they will convert their 60-day notice to 90 days. Possibility is there. Then if you will not put just 90 days, then you are just missing the opportunities. So convert it to 60 days. Try it for 1 month, then try some interviews. Then okay. Sir, is there Naukri is sufficient for search job or any other portals? Yes, Naukri, I think just not just Naukri. Try at least 3 best portals. Okay, I think it's Naukri, Indeed, and I think some what is Monster nowadays called? I forgot. I stopped applying jobs now. So there is some new version of Monster. So that 3 job portals, pick 3, and one is LinkedIn. That's enough, not more than that. Like hundreds of job portals, Shine, Times Jobs. If you have time, you can do it, but try post your resume in at least 3 if you are seriously looking, and refresh your resume every week there, once a week. Okay, that's you are doing, making good effort. Okay, I have good knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. Okay, good for you. Good, good. That's good. So you ask question in one paragraph, like because in the chat I know you have asked some. Okay, so next question, Vaibhav. I have 3 years experience in .NET framework. That's great. 4.8, but worked on legacy project feeling. Now that's the problem. That's the problem I have faced the most. Most the Indian IT companies are working on these support projects. Okay, and I have worked on support projects, but you know what's the what how can we get the confidence, and the way is to first start learn. Okay, so you have .NET framework 4.8, so I think you should be knowing the .NET core and the web API, and start learning them. And for getting the confidence, I have the concept of technical discussion, which is mock interviews, and I'm planning to take mock interviews, friendly mock interviews, no pressure, nothing, friendly technical discussions. If you have some friend, then that's great, with whom you can do technical discussions. See, confidence, start giving your interview. First interview, prepare .NET Core, API, maybe microservices if you can, otherwise leave it. And then give interviews. Try to answer their 1 to 3 questions. If you will be able to answer those 3 questions, then you will be get confident. Now, by sitting only, just reading will not give you confidence. Okay, you will read, you will forget. After you will read, you will forget, and that's how maybe you will learn, but you will not get confidence. So confidence, you have to speak in the front of interviewer, or in the technical discussions, mock interviews. uh, Give mock interviews, then definitely you will, once you speak one answer, that is equivalent to 100 time revision. You will never forget this. Okay, so that's how things work. So how, okay, so Sunil Kumar, how to prepare for cloud skills like Azure, AWS, 4.7 years, please guide ASAP. uh, Azure, so first fix it. Fix it, whether Azure or AWS. So you are still confused, that's why you are writing Azure or AWS. So first fix it, which skill you want to learn. Okay, if you are from Microsoft background, go for Azure. If you are from Java background, go for AWS. And always don't just prepare for cloud skills. One way is to do the certification, but I don't recommend certifications, because you will study so hard, but peoples are cracking the certification using the dumps. Okay, so my suggestion is, add your resume. Maybe you are not looking for a job right now, don't worry, just try to give some interviews, because at least you will know, if you have written Azure in your resume, whether you are not getting calls or not. First thing is this. Okay, you are thinking of learning Azure. Okay, and you will spend 6 months in learning Azure, and then after 6 months you have written Azure on your resume. Why you are learning Azure? Just to grow in your career. Okay, just to get the new projects on Azure, right? You are not going to go on your deathbed with Azure in your mind, right? So you want to learn something because you want to get the project of it. You want to earn good money. That's be definite. Okay, so after 6 months, if you will write Azure and you will not get calls, might be there are no projects there for Azure. Might be um, there are projects, but new projects are not coming. Okay, so then what 6 months you have learned Azure, and now you are not getting call. Then what, how you will feel? I'm a Azure professional, you have no work experience of Azure. So for learning any technology, the best way is target 15 days. I will learn this in 15 days. Then put that technology in your resume, and apply. Okay, then see, I'm getting calls. Maybe you are not interested in job change, don't give interviews. Maybe you are afraid of interviews. That's with everyone. Okay, don't, but at least you will be knowing that okay, there are openings, there are openings in that technology, and that is the right way to know the things. Just sitting by checking videos that whether .NET is good career, whether Java is good career, and that will not work. The real thing, the practical thing, you will only know when you will get the call. Okay, at your experience level, whatever experience you have. All right. So, okay, now I have 5 years of experience. IT have done PowerShell automation with C Sharp web apps, WinForm apps, but never on a fully dedicated .NET project. What is fully dedicated? You have so good experience, Miss or Mr. NPC. So why this under? See, there is no project is like everything there will be covered in a .NET project. Like, for example, whether it's .NET or not a single project which have all the things like all the solid principles, all the entity framework. Not a single project in the every project have some features. Okay, some will have link queue, some will have entity framework, some will have ADO.NET. So you should know those things, you should learn those things, but that is not necessary that your project, I started with support projects, started my career with support projects in some portal, SharePoint portal, 2 years doing night shift, and then I started giving interviews on .NET. Just I tweak my existing project as it looks like the development project. The support project you should write in a way it should look like a .NET development project. Don't lie that pure development line. No, enhancement, write it right. Enhancement. Some developments are there. Most of the projects are like this. Okay, support project, but tweak them in a like in a development, and you must know you must learn the things, the new concepts which are required for development. Okay, so that is, but I want to switch to .NET developer role. You definitely, man, under 8 years of experience you can switch from anything to anything. Okay, from at 10 years I switched from like .NET to just how to tweak the project and how to learn the things, present the things. For presentation, mock interviews, technical discussion, confidence, that's it. Separate journey all over. Will .NET developer should have knowledge on Azure services and AI usage like coding agents? Please suggest. Vinay. So .NET developer, at what experience you have right now? And if you have like more than 5 years of experience, then I will say yes, as your experience is required, but it's not mandatory. Like if you don't have, you should just have a basic understanding of Azure, that how it handles project. Might be you are working from past 8 years, 8 years in a .NET web project, but it's not nothing in Azure or in cloud. So get the understanding of Azure, that will be an advantage. Definitely everything skill is an advantage. You have .NET, you will get 5 calls. You have Azure also, you will get 8 calls. You have microservices, you will get 10 calls. That is simple. So you have to keep, so go step by step. You know .NET, you don't know Azure, let's learn an Azure, but keep applying. Okay, let's see. Okay, 5, now I'm getting 8 calls. Try to convert, but in the they will ask microservices also. Go for microservices, but first make sure that .NET and Azure. And even if you don't know Azure, just go for .NET. So for 5 plus, I will say Azure is a good to have skill, and below that focus on .NET, and that depends upon your own expertise also, how soon you have started. You have started in a dev role only as a fresher, or you have some support experience. That okay, should we mention the non IT experience in resume? Because I have 1.5 years of non IT, but I did not mention in my resume. Will it affect background verification? Okay, this is Shubham. All right. So, non-IT experience. So, do you have the proper experience certificate? Can you see they what is background verification? And I know it because in Accenture it is very strict, and I have seen people's they got the calls because of this verification. So verification, they will verify your company, not your project. You are working there as what role? Okay, so whatever role you have, if you have, you can convert that into a slightly IT role, slightly. If you can't convert, if you are showing that I don't have any, I was not working, that's like very, that's not good. If you are showing that experience but you are saying that showing that it's non IT 1.5 years, that's uh, that's slightly better. If you are converting that experience to slightly IT, that's the best. So showing that I have was not doing anything, that's not the best approach. uh, Show that you show the 1.5 years experience non technical, that's fine. If you are a fresher, still show that. Okay, showing yourself as a fresher, then there are millions, like hundred thousands of freshers, but if you will show some work experience and slightly touch of IT, and if it is non IT, it's fine. That's, this question should be complete, how much experience you have. If you have 10 years of experience, 1.5 years doesn't matter. If you have 2 years of experience, 1.5 years matters. Okay. All right. I have. Oh my God. So, guys, it's 48:40. I will try to repeat this session. I planned this for uh, 30, but now it's 40. So it's good night time, dinner time. I will try to repeat this session tomorrow. The questions I left, they can ask me tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I will do it in Hindi, in English, or day after tomorrow English. You know, so there will be a variation. Okay, otherwise English is boring then. Okay, so maybe tomorrow I will do in English, Hindi plus English. Day after tomorrow, pure English with tips. Okay, so great. Good night, everyone. Don't lose the hope. Never give up. I have given hundreds of interview, failed in 95, but selected in 510, and I have changed 510 companies. That's only you need. You need one selection. Okay, the day you get the selection, you will forgive all your rejections. That's for sure. Okay, so just never give up, start giving interviews, and all the best for your career. Thank you very much.